Motivated in the heat. It's hard to get motivated in the heat, but sometimes it doesn't matter what time of year it is. Does it seem like everyone else has got this fast track and they're going and they're doing things and they are just charging forward and creating new things and ideas and groups and on and on it goes. And here you sit and you're going, I just can't. Yeah, you know what? You're not alone. It happens to even those who you perceive as doing a lot. How do you get motivated? If you've lost it, how do you get it back? This is a big one, I think, for a lot of folks. drjohnb.com on the web. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services, joins us every Tuesday. Hey, Doc, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Mike. And this is a good topic, okay, important topic. You know, are you bored in life and nothing excites you? Do you go through the motions in life, but the fun is gone? Do you find yourself alive, but with no emotional spark? Well, if so, then you're missing out on what a person needs in order to be happy. And I will add that, this lack of motivation can happen in a life that most persons really would consider positive. You might say, well, why does this person lack motivation? Seems to have everything. Well, it doesn't matter, Mike, what someone else might think. The important thing is if you find you have a lack of motivation and want to do something about it, okay? And before we talk about things to do to regain motivation in your life, let us talk about some of the things that cause someone to lose motivation. They would include a person being bored, being rudderless, and going in running no particular direction in life, being depressed and anxious, having too much routine in their life, just routine. Spending too much time watching television or digital time, not taking care of self emotionally and physically, a lack of spirituality, and simply accepting your life with lack of motivation is something you cannot change. It's you. How do I change me? It's me. If this is happening to you, hey, you can make changes so you can overcome your lack of motivation in life. Now, they would include investing some time just to figure out what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with this time that bores you? What are you doing with it? Initially, you want to set some small changes to your life that you feel you can do and they can be helpful. Okay. Gradually add more changes. Remember your passions and interactions that were exciting in the past. What really used to float your boat in the past, and take a look and see if maybe you can bring some of that back. Seek spirituality to give more purpose to your life. Do things that are fun and different from what you're doing. Walk and exercise to keep the body in good shape. Keep your mind active with puzzles, reading, and other things that keep the mind going. Get outside and connect with nature. Get out there, okay? Get some nutrition back in your life and make sure you're eating healthy. Get enough sleep. Finding new people or groups or people to add to your life, just make your life bigger. Spend time helping others and being grateful for what you have. Sometimes thinking about others and being grateful can really make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Limit television and digital time. Look at your job and see if you need a new position. Look and see if you need more education for a new job or career you desire. Be accepting of yourself and your feelings, and determine you're going to get some motivation back in your life, and as needed, you can even seek out a therapist that can help you with getting more motivation and direction in life. So if you're this way, Mike, it's a very difficult way to lead a life, because here you are leading a life and it's just a routine. Every day is the same, nothing new. You're just kind of blah, 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 living a life, and that's not a way to do it. Now's the time to just say, no boss, no more of that. I'm going to start moving and just changing and adding things, bringing things back into my life. Do whatever you have to do, but you just can't be just ho-humming through life. It's not a good way to live a life. It's just treading water, wasting time. So that's, my advice on this thing.
And I think social media is among the top problems, because if you get down that rabbit hole, and we all have, it can seem like even your closest friends are living this fabulous, glamorous life that you just don't measure up to. I don't care what your mindset is. You might think, yeah, well, that's their life, this is my life, but it can eat at you. And we all know people only post on social media the grooviest, coolest things, sometimes made up, and they enhance things.
Yes.
So that can make you feel inadequate. I think also you hit on it a lot. We poo-poo the diet exercise thing because it sounds rote and like we've just been through it so much. That is so true, isn't it?
It really is. It's like a car. It's like anything. You need to keep yourself going. And if you want to be high octane and really moving in the right way, you need to exercise, you need to eat well, you need to get enough sleep, you need to really keep the engine going good and keep the mind working too, in the process, Like, who am I? What do I really want to do? Because so many people, Mike, just lead a routine life. It's ho-hum. Every day's kind of the same. You do this, you do that. And that's really not the way to lead a life. I mean, you don't want to go, nutsy cuckoo, but on the other hand, you do want to have some variation in life. You want to have some, you just enjoy yourself. If you're watching life in just black and white TV, you want a color TV. You want a bigger TV, emotionally talking. So you do really want to just add elements that make your life more exciting and more fun and something you really want to do. You don't want to end up at the end of the road and say, boy, did I lead a boring life. It didn't have a lot of fun. It was every day kind of the same, ho-hum. No, that's not, you want to have, with a song in my heart. I mean, you want to really have some, just make some excitement, have some fun, enjoy yourself. Don't take advantage of anybody. Just enjoy life and even helping others. This is another thing. People sometimes forget when they're really bored or leading a ho-hum life, but they add some life of sharing and helping and doing things that can make them feel better. But really finding the things that keep you going. And a lot of times people really have just let things that make them fun or allowed them to have fun. They just quit doing that. Now's the time to take that time out and take a look and say, hey, I don't want to lead this dull, boring life. It's a one-time shot. And I want it to have memories. I want to have 500 years, 200, 100, whatever, how many years in the life that I lead, those type of experiences, so I can really rock, really enjoy this life. And too many people don't do that, Mike, and that's not a good way to lead a life. Everybody ought to be wanting to add elements that can make life more exciting and more fun and just looking forward to the next day.
Yeah. And we're up on time, but and just know yourself and you do you. If your idea of excitement and motivation is to sit for 15 minutes reading, God love you. Go for it. And that's a good thing. Dr. John Braccio, drjohnb.com on the web. Regional Psychological Services, as always, Doc, it's a pleasure. I appreciate it. I will look forward to next Tuesday.
Okay, buddy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, see you later. Bye-bye. 1320 WILS. We're going to do this and come back with